Heavens.
Welcome guys to the fucking salad bar.
Episode 2, the second official episode.
This is the second official episode. Wow. Hey, do you have something to say about the second official episode?
No.
We're joined this evening with me, Damien, with Aiden and Silas and Rain.
What's up?
I'm me, Silas. This is Aiden. This is Damien, and this is Rain.
Absolutely.
Hi, this is Aiden. I'm here with Silas, Damien, and Rain.
Alright, you can stop. We don't need to do that anymore. So last podcast, I was before I was so rudely cut off, I was trying to talk about FPS, and you're like, no, end the fucking video. And I don't remember what I was gonna say.
That is,
That's a beautiful tangent, brother.
I think I was gonna talk about like why we're doing this again, because I don't know if we ever like brought it up or like fully talked about it.
I mean, we
What's the
can
thing?
if you want.
Yeah, let's freaking do that, and I can cut it out if we did it in the other episode or whatever.
I just think it's fun.
Yeah, we were all like, for like a couple weeks like leading up to us restarting the thing, we were like, man, we should really start the old YouTube channel again. Get the old YouTube channel up and running again. And then we did.
They spoke it into existence.
The art that you're seeing right now for like the overlay of everyone in the little bar, what was the initial idea with that? Because I don't think there's any point to it now, but we had an idea for it initially.
It was just something cool visually that like we're each from a different little era.
We each have a different theme.
And then, like, we'd put Easter eggs in it.
Right.
I
Yeah,
know-
I think that was it.
I know-
Oh yeah, it would be cool.
I know we had different names leading up to it. We were gonna call it Distasteful Tavern,
Oh yeah.
and we just never finished anything for that.
I made art for it. I can throw it up like back in the day when we had conceived of the idea, and then when we were wanting to restart, I was like, nah, this shit sucks. I'm gonna do it again. I just took the old ones and then traced over them and cleaned them up a little bit, but I like them a lot more.
Oh, they're good.
He also gave me a cool suit jacket.
What did he wear in the original? Did he wear anything?
It's
Was
the
he just
It
naked?
was the same. Yeah, he was naked.
I was butt ass
It
naked.
was the same thing. I just made it look better.
No, I was wearing a vest, just a vest.
Oh,
Now
you
I'm wearing a
weren't?
cool ass suit jacket.
Oh, you weren't? I know.
I looked at the picture, Damien. I swear to God.
Pull it up right now. I swear to God.
I swear to God.
I just remember your big fucking pepperoni areolas.
I love being right.
All right, Aiden, talk about the We're off to a good start.
Yeah, this is a good one.
What are you guys' opinion on indie games? Like, have you guys played a lot of like indie games?
I think they suck, and I think they need to stop trying.
Yeah, there's no competing with like cool like AAA titles.
We need to look. Ever since Cyberpunk came out, like
There's just a bit.
what's the point? If you can't have a game that doesn't work on launch, why bother? What's your thoughts, Aiden?
I was gonna say I really like a lot of independent games that are coming out.
And that's the old art for it.
I swear to God.
What's he thinking about? Oh,
The
coconut.
coconut, the last episode.
I think I know what it was. I think that looked more like a long sleeve than like an actual suit jacket.
That's
I
right,
think that's what it was.
That's probably what it was. Anyway, we were talking about indie games.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool indie games that are coming out that look really fun to me. You know,
But I think
like Brobot, which we need to play for the channel at least once.
he's been begging us to play
It's
Brobot.
such a good game. I played it when the demo came out for Game Pass, and then the full game finally came out like
Damien
not too
shaking
long
his
You
ago.
head.
like creamed your pants.
It's so fucking good, dude.
What I think is cool is that indie gotten to the point where you can't even tell that they're indie games anymore. They're just like good, you know, like I don't know.
Hollow Knight.
Yeah, or yeah, there's a bunch of examples.
What?
constitutes as an indie game? Is it
It's made by. It's not made by like. I guess you can sell
Like
like
a
a
trip-
publisher.
like
it's
not a AAA developer?
pretty much. It's like just like some group of people they decide to make a game. It's not like a studio or anything. It's just like people who are new to it or like a new thing.
I just think it's cool that indie game developers nowadays are just getting more spotlight. You know, like they're being shown off more, like on console games. You know, like they're being ported to consoles. You know, I think that's cool. You know,
Because they keep making really shitty AAA games that have like nothing.
I will say this year has been fucking crazy for AAA games. It really surprised me because like the last couple years, it would be like, you know, your annual Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty, and then like you would have one of these like big companies that should be making good games make bad games like Bethesda, and then you would have maybe one good game every year. But this year has been fucking like banging for games. We've got like fucking just for game of the year we've got like Starfield, Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man 2. What was the other big
Legend
one?
of Zelda.
Yeah, oh yeah, Tears of the Kingdom, obviously. Like fucking 3 new Mario games. It's been wild. Like I forgot that like big studios could still make good games.
Makes you wonder why they just kind of don't, in a way.
I don't know. I feel like for a few years though, the goal was like how good technically could it be, or like good like graphic wise is what kind of everything was. All their effort was pivoted to, but I guess now that that's just been the standard. They focus on other stuff now. I don't know.
I think the best games, like graphically, that come out that at least that I see are like the Resident Evil games. Like, have you seen like how the 4 remake looks?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like insanely like realistic, and it's still a fun game because it's still Resident Evil 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's possible to do both. It's just that I don't know.
For a while there, it just felt like you could either have one or the other.
Well, it's like whenever they make a realistic game, something I keep noticing is that either there's something to do in the game, or like the models they're kind of like forced realistic. Like basically like you can easily break them. They're only realistic whenever like you play by the game's rules, but if you do something like I don't know, just like walk away or whatever, if you break the immersion.
Yeah, if you like go like off the fucking course that the game wants you to go.
But like biggest thing about any media is immersion. So whenever you walk away or like you see something like that, you're like, oh, that's not realistic.
Mm-hmm.
A guy doesn't like fold into himself and like clip to the ground.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But like if you I don't know play an old N64 game, even though the fucking like graphics comparatively suck,
Heavens. Yeah.
it's just like you still are invested in the game because it's just fun.
When you play an old game, you don't really think about the graphics that often, especially like pre like PS1 era. Like it's just like that's just kind of what the game looks like. But once you get around the like Xbox original era, that's when you kind of be like, oh, these when you're looking back here, these graphics are kind of lame. It's probably just because it's like a similar style to the new games that are coming out, so it's just an easy comparison. I don't know.
Oh, I got 2 good points. One of them is like because I'm making a game, I do like looking at old stuff and how they're made graphically.
Mm-hmm.
Like something that I like to look at is like old pixel art and how like they do angles or something like that, or how they make. Because the goal with pixel art is like unlike lots of other art, because you couldn't have like a big screen back in the day. You got to make stuff look as small as possible, but as like legible.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to like make art that looked really legible, was simple, and just overall just you got to make it clear and small. So looking at how to do that is always really kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Another bit of it, what is it? I just remember that a concept for a video that I had was like why do we like the old retro style of video games? We hate like old CGI in movies because
it feels more like a style, less than it's like an inferior version, right?
well, here's the thing. Like back then, it wasn't really a style. It was just like how games had to be made. Like the PS2 Spider-Man games. It's not like they were trying to go for realistic. That's kind of the point. But that still, whenever you look at it, it's like, oh, there's some nostalgia in that. But whenever you look at a I don't know, like Attack of the Clones CGI, you're like, what the fuck? This looks horrible.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to figure out like the psychology of that. Just like why do we? Because nowadays they're making games with like old like graphics. Like No One Lives Under the Lighthouse. That one's sound like a PS2 game.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Yeah, like the PS1, Mario 64, pixel art is like a thing that people like try to make because yeah, like you said, it's like nostalgic or whatever. But like I don't know, Spider-Man for the PS2 doesn't have a style. It's just like old graphics, you know. It's just like a lesser version of like 3D graphics.
Well, it's also the thing of when you're playing a video game, the entire thing is like a video, you know. But when you're watching like something with CGI in it, it's mostly humans, and then you got those CGI moments where you're like, ew, you know. Also in video games, you have like more than one way to immerse yourself. You know, you're also like controlling the character. You're not just I am this character. You know, while as a movie, you're just watching along.
So true, so true.
It's also just like the point of like, it feels like all media weirdly regressed in a way, like like graphic wise. Like what I mean by that is like, think of
I think I know what you're talking about. Like
think of CGI from like 2008, like Iron Man, Pirates of the Caribbean. That looked badass, right?
Yeah, and then you fucking watch
the new Marvel movies or something, and then like everything looks like weird.
They just look goofy for no reason.
They look like Spy Kids. It's like everything's kind of going backwards in a way, because it's the same thing with games. A lot of indie games that people do is like pixel art or like old PlayStation graphics or something like that. Very rarely will I ever see like an indie game that's like fully realistic. Like you'll never see like, I don't know, like Spider-Man 2 graphics, new Spider-Man 2 graphics in like an indie game. Because usually those are like those Unreal videos where it's like Mario walking around in a field.
This will be Mario 64 in 2035.
Playing an orchestral remix that loops badly. Like, whenever you see indie games that do that, you're like, oh, that sucks. But usually, it's like always stylized, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's probably because it's more expensive to make things look real. There's also 3D modeling. I don't know how much you guys know about how that works, but apparently it takes like hours and hours just like to render a frame. So you need to buy a thing called a render farm. You ever heard of those?
No, I really have no clue about anything that has to do with 3D modeling.
So a render farm is like, imagine this: they make just a bunch of servers or computers that render each frame out from each computer or whatever, all at the same time. So you have multiple frames going at the same time instead of like one every 2 hours. You have like 50 or something. And those are like expensive. And that's like how Disney and stuff do all that.
You know what I was thinking about earlier is like how like fucking like I'm editing the videos now, and like before that I had like zero like editing experience. I wouldn't call myself an editor. I'm just like the one who edits. But fucking now I can like watch a video and like see the way that things are edited and like know how to do it, which I think is kind of cool. Because like beforehand I would just like, I don't know, watch a video and obviously I can tell what's edited, but I wouldn't really think about the process. I think it's cool now that I can see that and like understand how to do it, and I can be like, oh, I can do this, or oh, you can just do that and then that. That's how you do that. I think it's kind of cool.
I think editing is really fucking scary. You need to be like an animator to edit some things. Some things it's like keyframes. You just basically have like the animated frame by frame and all that.
That's what I was worried it was going to be like, but with the one we use is Filmora 12, you basically just kind of drag and drop, and then you can select how long you want it on the timeline. Yeah. So I mean, it depends on the program.
That program is really frustrating for me to work with.
Why?
Because remember the Christian video that I made?
The song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a bit at the end of the video that I wanted to make where I would like flash all the iconic Christian characters' faces in like black and white. And I wasn't able to do that because fucking Filmora was really stupid on how to like putting in the photos in and then transitioning between them, because it wouldn't let you transition between them.
I think I'd imagine how to do that.
It like, you know, in your head it's like, oh, you just put all the photos, time it to the beat, and then you put the fade transition, but it just wouldn't let you do that. It just wouldn't let me put the fade transition between them. And I don't know, it's like whenever I make stuff, I want things to be a certain way before I release them, so I just basically cut it out.
I think like a really good editing software is Premiere Pro, and it's all like Adobe stuff is pretty expensive. But when I was doing some editing stuff in my concurrent classes, it was so good. I fucking loved Premiere Pro.
Was it just, what about it? Was it just like easy to use, or was there a lot of stuff you can do?
It was easy to use, and there was a lot of stuff you could do with it. Since it was like college issued, I guess. There was also like all of the other Adobe stuff, like I can't remember what they're called right now.
Like Adobe Flash and all that. Well, Flash doesn't exist anymore, but there's a bunch of them that pack comes with.
You
Yeah.
can still get Flash, Adobe Flash. It's just that Flash doesn't exist as a plugin on the internet anymore. Flash is the program that you make stuff in.
I remember one project we had to do. We had to like Photoshop a video, and I think it was like the hardest thing I've had to do ever, and I still don't know how I did it.
Like edit a video in Photoshop?
So like what we had to do, there was like a wrong logo on like the van they were using in the video. It was for a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
so you had to like
Change the thing.
You had to,
I see what you mean.
I had to put on a logo. Like it's harder than it seems.
was the van moving or something? Or was it like still in frame?
It was in frame, but then it was in a completely like it just
There's multiple angles, so you
Yeah.
had to like mesh the thing at a
Yeah.
different angle.
yeah, it was really bad.
I've only edited one video in my entire life, and that is the Forging of My Dad video.
The what?
What?
It's,
Foraging.
Oh.
I thought you said foraging, like
Me
with
too.
mushrooms.
Yeah.
yeah, me and my dad we just like to go out in the forest sometime, find some psychedelics,
Yeah,
Honestly,
me and my
that
old
seems
man.
in character for your
trip the
dad.
fuck out.
It's like, son, I need you to help me pick mushrooms this weekend.
Who edited your TikToks? Is it MacGyver?
TikToks?
That was the one TikTok that me and MacGyver made.
You had two. You had the 9/11 one, and then you had the one where he does a T-pose in that one costume.
So that one, so the T-posing one did not take any editing at all. It was just a bunch of like starting and stopping.
Pause, go.
Yeah, pause go.
Uh-huh.
And then the 7-Eleven worst tragedy ever. We just did that one take and we just put a song over it. It wasn't that hard.
I think that's your magnum opus, Aiden. I
Crazy.
think
7-Eleven.
it is.
I don't even know what video you're talking about.
It's the one where
The
like,
Lego video.
it's like a
right.
weird fucking like weird Lego structure they made. It just looks like a giant brick that falls over and they all scream.
Right.
Put a link in the description for the people to click on.
I will.
I think it's your most popular video. No, it's just the juice is gross.
I believe that.
That's my favorite video of you.
You were there, Silas.
I know. Me and my brother were in your house just fucking bullying you.
And then Chris was there too. No one knows Chris.
I don't even know Chris.
No one knows Chris. Except Silas. He met him like twice. He was my neighbor.
Chris used to go, "It's turbo time," and then he would just like run like head first into your gut and like hit you in the stomach.
He did do that at least twice. And then we went into my house after and I drank a whole jar of pickle juice.
Pickle
So-
juice is actually so yummy and delicious.
It is. Whenever we finish off a jar of pickles, I always drink a little bit of it before we throw all the juice away.
Damien, what would you do if you get horribly burned and maimed and you get like a Mr. Freeze suit, but you're like constantly drinking like pickle juice? And they call you Pickle Stack.
How does Mr. Freeze suit work? Does he just shoot like ice?
Pretty
Or-
much.
So I can shoot pickle juice with my cool suit?
Yeah, but you also can drink it too because there's like a little like bowl. It's like a fish bowl. It's kind of like sloshing around. It's right at your chin.
So if I duck my head down a little bit, I can drink the pickle juice.
Don't drink too much though. You might lose your power.
It's the stupidest shit ever.
What's like your guys' favorite brand of pickle?
I don't have one.
Alright, there's
I don't
these
eat them enough.
there are these pickles that my dad gets at the liquor store. I don't know what specific brand they are, but like
Pacific.
I can send you guys a picture of it. You can throw it up on the screen. Dude, those pickles go hard. They have a habanero garlic flavor. That shit. Ooh, it's so fucking good. And then we like after we're done eating it, we put like eggs in it to make pickled eggs. We love eating pickled eggs at my house, dude.
Honestly,
They're
that
so
sounds
fucking
fire.
good.
I feel like most pickles taste the same to me.
Pretty much.
You're fucking insane.
You have to like branch out, I think. I wouldn't agree with you. Like if you were talking to me like couple years ago, I would agree, but like the Clausen brand, I think is a really, really good fucking brand. Like the pickle juice goes so fucking hard. The pickle's delicious. And when you're done, you can just get a cucumber, chop that shit up and throw it in the pickle juice. Pickles.
I've never heard anyone talk about pickles like this before.
Damien, can you
I'm
like
so
throw up,
passionate about pickles.
can you throw up the clip of fucking Joe Rogan when he's like fucking scared of the alien that pops up while he's listening to all that? I was just gonna say, I think like as long as pickles are from a jar, I'll pretty much eat them. I won't have them from like a fucking bag.
Okay, the bagged pickles. Like when I was younger, I used to fuck those up. Pure nostalgia.
I've never heard of a bagged pickle in my
Yeah.
life.
Oh, I know you're talking about the big ones where it's like fucking Big
Big
Papa.
Papa.
Those ones.
Yeah.
I would never eat those. Those sound gross. I don't want
They are.
I don't want bag particles. I want jar particles.
I
We
want-
love jars in this
I
household.
want microplastics in my food. I want
I want
Microglass.
asbestos and lead.
yeah.
Mulch.
Aiden, how would you feel if your dad like started injecting you with all the evil poisons of the past, like lead, uranium, asbestos, and then you got a big cool Resident Evil arm?
Hey, what would you do? You come home from a long day of work and
Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you go.
You like go to hang out with us. Your arm is like basically the size of you at this point. It's like you're like double your size, and half that size is just your arm. And then we just look at you and say, "Dude, did you like jack off or something?"
Okay, real quick. Do I have like a really deep voice, or do I still have like my normal like shrimpy voice?
You have your normal voice.
So it's just me, Aiden with a big arm. It's like the fucking. I look like Morty basically. I'm just basically Morty from that one episode where he went to the Mad Max world.
I guess so. Yeah. You just have a big arm.
Dudes in Resident Evil really be turning themselves into like a horrible monster and being like, I'm the ultimate life form, and then they have like one big sweeping attack, and that's all they can do.
Yeah.
I'd walk up to Kane specifically, grab him by the head, and just start holding him up like, haha, you can't do anything.
I just remembered a really funny fucking Caden bit that we did when we played Resident Evil 4. We had a rocket launcher that we got, and we're like, this is a one-time use, and we can't use it until we make it to the Salazar boss fight. And then, like, the whole time, whenever I played or whenever we, like, looked at it in the inventory, he's like, dude, use the rocket launcher. And he's like, no. We get to the boss fight, and he fires it when he's in his shell form, so it does no damage.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
It did nothing.
Oh my god.
He restarted it like a coward.
Aw.
Coward.
But I told him, like, there's like 3 times when I told you that you could just shoot that at a random zombie and it would have actually been more helpful.
Anyway, and what do? You come home from a long day of work, and you walk into your bedroom and you throw your blanket off so you can go to sleep, and your dad has replaced your mattress with a big sheet of fiberglass.
How hard are you sleeping on it?
Are you snoozing hard or snoozing medium?
I'm sleeping on the floor.
No, like he replaces your floor with more fiberglass.
I'm going to one of you guys' house.
Guess what?
You're like, Dad, what happened to my mattress and everything? He's like, oh, sorry, I was running out of room for my fiberglass, so I just threw it all in your room.
Hope you don't mind, bro.
I was supposed to put it in all the walls, and then they just got full. So
I'm sleeping in my car. Don't
You
you,
know how
say my
much-
car's filled with fiberglass, because no, the fuck it isn't.
Oh, I ran out of room in I had to put it
in your bedroom. I had to put it in your car.
What if you sound like he like you get in your car and you like hear some like rustling, you look at your front door, he's holding the big like fucking like plank of fiberglass, and it's like so long that it's like impossibly big. It's like it's stretching infinitely as he's walking out the door like a cartoon, and he's walking right towards your car. Do you drive away?
Are these fiberglass poles, or
It's like a plank of wood, but it's just a big thing of like fiberglass.
So it's like the pink fiberglass that goes in the walls?
There's like fiberglass in like actual beds.
I'm lost, man.
I'm just thinking of just like a big. It looks like a big plank of wood in the shape, but it's made out of fiberglass.
Silas-
And,
successfully broken.
and you have your dad comes up to you. He's holding 2 lengths of fiberglass that both stretch out infinitely. One of them is 1 inch by 1 inch in diameter. The other one is 1 foot by 1 foot in diameter. But they both stretch infinitely. Both go infinitely long. But in one scenario, one of the infinites has more fiberglass than the other one. What do you do?
Why did we make Aiden's dad into like an eldritch god who doesn't do anything but mess with fiberglass?
How do you guys think we'd fare in a zombie apocalypse?
Aiden,
That's a good question.
Aiden, you get killed by one of us by accident.
What the fuck?
There'd be like, you know, like the classic, like Damien's like looking at the end of his rifle, or he's like looking at the end of his barrel and his rifle. It's like, hey, do you see something in there?
and then I shoot it, and then the dust clears, and his face is
It's
covered
like
in soot, and his
eyes.
bill is on the back of his head.
No, his head is like it's like a burnt matchstick, and you just see his mouth, and he just spits out a cloud of smoke.
And I say, you're despicable. Is that what you wanted, Silas?
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
Alright, I guess we can all go over funny zombie apocalypse scenarios. Aiden, I think you...
Aiden just threw a pen at the floor, and then it bounced up at him in the face. You fucking cartoon.
There was an Acme, like, jumping board at the bottom of that.
He failed. He accidentally reached into the bucket of pens that were labeled bouncy pens.
I feel humiliated.
Were you gonna say something, Silas?
I was gonna go over, like, how I think each of us would fare. Aiden, I think you would survive really well to the most part. I do think it would be one of us who gets you killed.
Yeah, I think Aiden, you know everything about the zombie apocalypse. So you're one of those like prepper guys. You know, you've got your car that's got all the like handprint decals and like zombie squad on it and all that. And I think you would last the longest and then die to something stupid.
Like
fiberglass.
It would just be something as simple as like you're like, I'm gonna have to go outside to get something. Caden, you watch the door and open it when I say, and then he goes to sleep and you're banging on the door. Then he wakes up and is like, my bad, bro.
I'm a zombie just on the... Opens, I fall to the ground. Oh shit, my fault, dude. He walks up to you guys, is it my fault? Look, I was just really tired. And he just does his
I
classic
just
fence
closed
riding.
my eyes to look for holes, and the next thing I know, he was dead.
No, Caden gaslights all of you into believing that it wasn't his fault. That was in fact mine.
And then after
he said he was gonna call me.
He didn't call me, so I
then-
couldn't wake up.
And then like after a day or two, after you guys believe him, he's like, yeah, no, I didn't open the door. You're so right.
I think Caden would get immediately like pinned down by a bunch of zombies.
Yeah, probably.
I think it would be like he just so happens to be like at the town center when it starts.
He's at work during the movie theater during the busiest time, so he can't really get out that fast. Because there's a shit ton of people in there.
And his boss won't let him leave.
I know there's like a crisis going on, but Caden, I need you to clean the bathrooms.
I really need you to clean out. What's the movie that just came out? Never mind.
Marbles?
It was about that singer, but I forgot her name. She's dating
Taylor
the super.
Swift?
Yeah,
The Taylor Swift
He's
Eras
like-
tour.
yeah. He's someone. They really trashed this Taylor Swift Eras Tour theater. I need you to go clean that up before.
And then he sees a zombie and he's like, dude, you need to get out of here, man. This theater is about to start up for the next one.
He's like, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, sir, unless you have a ticket for the next movie.
No, I like to imagine that's how the zombie apocalypse starts. It starts in that theater. Caden walks in and it's just...
The Taylor Swift Eras concert starts the infection.
Yeah.
It's-
No, it's just someone in there already has it. And they just spread it to everyone else in there.
I think Rain would survive like 3 days.
No, that's so valid.
How does Rain die?
I like to imagine it's not by zombies. I think it's just like a random infection or something. Because like everybody's thoughts is like, I need to go to the wild, and then they go to the wild and they get like fucking like they'd step on a rock or something.
You get an infection, your foot, and die.
They got tetanus.
They eat a bad mushroom.
Yeah.
I wasn't up to date on my tetanus shots.
Yep.
So.
Step on a rusty nail. That's what'll get you.
I think Damien would die in combat. He would try to fight, and then he would.
He would only yield a sword.
I would.
Silas
He
would
would
die to
refuse
his
to do
family.
anything else.
I'd be like, guys, the gun store's been raided. There's no chance of us getting a gun, and I would convince everyone else to get swords. in actuality, no, the gun store is completely
And
fine.
There's a new gun store.
I'd show up with my 3 guns, and David would be like, no, we can't use your guns.
I was
Why?
like, Aiden, you're gonna waste the ammo, and then they're gonna hear us. I'm just sabotaging for no reason.
I like to think that I would survive, but like in a cockroach sort of way.
I'll repeat myself again. I think Silas dies to his family.
I already separate myself from them enough where, like, if something like that happened, I'd be like, oh.
You got your.
No, I think they would like run into your like room like right away, and something would happen.
Like, we need to board ourselves in here, and then you're stuck with them forever.
But no, okay. The reason why I say this is because I got. You remember that? You remember when I was giving away those TVs that we just had, those extra TVs?
No.
Yeah. I remember.
Well, Silas wanted the small one. I was just gonna give him the small one, but I didn't want to do it when his family was when he wasn't there and his family was, because they would probably destroy it. Like a few months go by, I finally give it to him, and Silas doesn't even use it for himself. He gives it to his family. And you want to take over, Silas?
I was just trying to be nice, and I gave it to them, and like the next day it's already broken, and I was like, well, that's the last time I do anything nice.
Well, sounds about right.
In conclusion, Silas dies to his family because they are fucking stupid. They would probably break the house by accident, and Silas would die in there with them.
That's assuming that I want to find out about the apocalypse first. Is like, hey guys, I think there's zombies or something.
No, I think
Silas would be
Silas
the first to know.
Silas would be the first one to know.
And my plan would just literally just be book it for the highway.
You're like, hey, there's zombies, and they're like, can you go to City Market and pick up a few things?
Pick up some chicken, please.
In my family scenario, my first thing would just be like, get away from them as soon as possible because they're just walking targets. They just get themselves killed. I would want to meet up with at least Aiden because he actually has weapons.
I have so many weapons.
But I don't think I'd be able to reach him because he's on like the other side of town either way.
I have too many weapons, guys.
But you don't keep a gun in your glove compartment.
That'd be your cool Death Stranding journeys to get to Aiden's house.
Mm-hmm.
But he was already dead from fiberglass by the time you get there.
Yeah. His fiberglass room.
I feel like that would be a scenario where I finally get to Aiden's house and his dad shoots me on sight and he's like, oh wait, he wasn't a zombie.
It would totally happen.
You're so right, Silas. You are so right.
I'm scared of your dad in a doomsday scenario, so I probably wouldn't go to your house unless you're there.
No, dude, my dad's scary.
He's an actual doomsday prepper.
He's a halfway doomsday prepper. He's not building bunkers or anything like that, but he is preparing just in case. Like he has frozen food. He has like guns just in case, That's about it. He has like a good amount of food. He has like a thing to like fill water with, so that way we have like a good supply of water before it like runs out.
Your dad is something.
So it's not he's not like fully prepping, but he's still prepping kinda.
Mm-hmm. You and my dad are similar in the way that they're like 7 different dad stereotypes put together, and it somehow works.
I want to go to Aiden's house without him, so I would be forced to make a journey to fucking Papa John's first.
What?
That's where Aiden works.
You think you'll be there over his house?
I think if it happens while we're at work, that's what I assume because Caden's at work.
Yeah, he first gets the quest of going to Papa John's to look for Aiden first. He's not there.
My dad is an epic gamer, dude. Let me tell you. I just want to say real quick before I went to work today, I saw him solo like a really hard boss in Diablo 2, and just a bunch of people were just watching him do it to collect loot off him. My mom was one of those people.
He's not playing Diablo 3?
Oh, not Diablo 2, the newest Diablo 4.
Oh.
That's what I meant.
Aiden, I remember when we were all at your house, and then they were playing like loud ass like.
Yeah. They were playing EDM music,
and it was so fucking funny.
And we walk into the living room, which is right next to their room, and we just have like a mini rave, just going.
It's literally like so loud, and you can see like lights coming out under the door. It's like shaking the house.
Yeah, like
you hear conversations
on
the other
smoke from
side.
the smoke machine.
No, that was their weed.
They're probably doing mushrooms in there, if I had to guess.
Probably.
They were smoking mushroom and stomping on the Goomba.
Mm-hmm.
Classic Brandon Taylor stomping on Goombas.
Do you think Mario gets high when he eats mushrooms? Or no?
Yeah, dude. He grows like how many feet?
Never mind.
Never mind.
What if that was the bonding scene between Mario and Donkey Kong in the Mario movie where they start eating mushrooms like, guys, I'm starting to feel something.
And Seth Rogen's character does his laugh.
Doesn't he do his laugh at least once?
He does.
I'm trying to remember when, but he does definitely.
100% does. Aiden threw the bouncy pen at me.
I threw the
dodged
bouncy
it,
pen at him.
I think Ashley would get torn apart by zombies like in 2 minutes.
though. Yeah. He'd go, wait, huh? And then one would eat her by surprise.
I don't really have any good plans for zombie apocalypse scenarios other than just fucking walk to it, like the nearest like.
What do you mean
Camp.
walk? You have a bike that we bought you.
Yeah, we purchased you
That we purchased you last year.
for your birthday. You
I can't
fucker.
believe you.
I was gonna bring that up the other day. Because you were like, hey man, is it cool if I walk to your house? And I forgot that we got you a bike.
Oh yeah, I should have used that.
Oh my God.
Well, I wanted to be mostly alone with my thoughts, Damien. I wanted to
I
listen
can't think if I'm biking.
and I wanted to listen to music too, and
I can't listen to music while I'm biking.
I wanted to listen to it as long as possible, Damien.
Just like
I
slow.
can't bike slowly while listening to music.
I can't take
At
the
some
long
point,
way,
it's just
Damians.
it's easier just to walk.
If you say so, man.
Oh my god.
Hey man, you're the one who owns a bike that we bought you last year.
for your birthday.
What kind of bad? I was in my backyard and I saw my bike that I don't ride either, and I was like, damn, I should ride that. And I was like, why? I have a car.
I would probably use my bike. The problem with a bike, I feel like it is like one of those perfect modes of transportation where it's like it's quiet, it's pretty reliable. You don't need gas.
You just need stamina.
Mm-hmm.
The problem I feel like I would have with it is that like eventually I would start wanting to go to areas that are not like bike accessible. I guess like I don't know. The thoughts in my head is like I kind of want to like
Get an off-road bike.
good idea. I'll get an off-road bike. The apocalypse. That will be my secondary bike. The apocalypse bike and the normal bike.
You just put spikes on the front.
You
of that one.
carry one in your pocket at all times
You attach them together to make a bike car.
to make the super bike.
Uh-huh.
Add pegs on the back to make it a 4-seater.
I feel like in the apocalypse, the first thing I would do is find the nearest like little civilization and just immediately ask to be like some sort of worker. Just immediately try to find a job because like if you're not useful, then they're just gonna kill you. Or rob
You don't
you.
know that, dude.
How fast is a fucking civilization gonna pop up in a zombie apocalypse situation?
Maybe not full blown civilization, like you know, like a camp of people,
True, I guess.
like the Brandon Taylor camp.
The camp of tailors.
He would start some fucking.
Clan Taylor.
Nah, dude, my dad's plan is fucking out there. His plan is to go up into the mountains, like really high up.
It's
Uh-huh.
always
So
the
that way-
mountains.
Uh-huh.
It's
So
always.
that way, you know, if they get high enough, they'll freeze and like stop moving. The zombies.
And he won't.
'Cause
He's not gonna freeze to death.
we'll have clothes on. We'll have like jackets.
Well,
Yeah,
do the
zombies-
zombies just strip when
They get naked. As soon
I mean, if they're warm zombies, we could just have a gun and kill them. But if they're cold
not
zombies,
gonna be able to make any food up there. He's just gonna run out of food eventually.
You don't know that.
And I
If
do
it's too
know
high-
that.
You guys are saying this like he's not like scary, and he probably thought like, oh, I know how to hunt. He seems like a guy who knows how to hunt.
with his
Hunt,
bare
hunt
fucking
what
hands.
up in the fucking up on
Fucking
the
elk
very
and-
top of a mountain? There's nothing up there.
I don't think he.
Goats.
I don't think he meant like the literal top.
Not the fucking
The tippy top.
He's not gonna
top of, we're not going
How-
to Mount Everest.
How
Davey.
high up does he need to be for the zombies to freeze to death?
I don't know, but pretty high up.
Exactly. Not high, so high up that nothing can live up there.
That's fair. Realistically,
That's
do you
fair.
think that the zombies would like rot
Yeah.
and like the skin fall off? So like 6 months, a
They're-
year, they would just be...
Everyone's chilling again.
Yeah.
Goes back to normal.
I mean,
it's
they're,
like
they're
COVID.
dead. They have to rot.
Well-
Unless it's like those just zombies that just infect the brain and keep the host alive.
I guess.
Now that would be fucked.
How long does it take for a body to rot?
I don't know.
I don't want to search that shit up.
That's a
I've
good
already,
point.
I've already
I don't
searched up
wanna either.
CP. I don't need to search up anything else.
Don't say
What?
that out
In our
loud.
Call of Cthulhu video, fucking, there's a whenever you get points in the game, you get CP, which stands for like character points. And then Aiden was like, "What's CP?" And we were like, "Don't look it up,
Because
Aiden."
they're laughing so hard.
Don't look it up, Aiden.
It's cerebral
And he was-
palsy.
And yeah, we were like, "Don't look it up." He's like, "I'm gonna look it up now. Why are you guys giggling?"
No, Silas said, "Why don't you look it up? Why don't you look it up?" I know you said it.
I
know
did
you
say
said
that,
it.
and then right afterwards, me and they were like, no, no, no.
No, but you didn't say no. Only Damien was doing it.
I swear to God, like, right as you were pulling your phone out and actually doing it, me and David were like, no, 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 no.
I was like, "Aiden, I can't tell you why, but you gotta believe me." It was funny.
Even afterwards, he didn't know what it meant.
Because it brought him cerebral palsy.
Oh yeah.
Ava.
It's not my fault that I'm stupid.
Yeah, explain that to the FBI guy on your phone. CP pictures.
Don't have that on your. Don't have your voice saying that, man.
Just censor all of this.
One long beep.
Just censor all of it. Just any time we say that word.
Oh my god.
I'll do like we did for the other podcast. We just replace it with you saying Lorenzo.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
I
That's
didn't.
awesome. I haven't heard it yet.
My friend Aiden, he likes to get a little crazy sometimes. But this is like, he has his normal side, and then whenever he's hanging out with it's the real Aiden.
He shows us his dark and mysterious side.
He shows us the real Aiden that's hidden deep down.
I'm not even doing anything, man.
They say, the Japanese say that there's two wolves inside you. One is gay, the other is gay. You are gay.
I haven't even done anything, man.
Hey, cabrón.
I
Oh, dude, my neck fucking hurts, and I don't know why, dude. It hurts
Giving
since
too
it got
much
too
neck,
weird.
bro.
yeah.
What?
What?
Huh?
What did you say to me?
What?
I'll kill
Your
you.
throat hurt also?
No.
Aiden, you sure are the goat.
You are the goat, Aiden.
I love this podcast. We just bully Aiden relentlessly.
We don't
It's
have.
not just the podcast, it's everything on this channel.
No, we boy Cade when he's here also.
Yeah.
We weren't able to. Did we bully you during dinner with an owl?
I don't even remember anything about that.
That was a haze.
We recorded that yesterday, and I already don't remember anything that happened in that video.
I like the funny scene where like Aiden predicts.
That was a blur.
Aiden predicts the plot twist. He's like, what? Really?
I did it as a joke. It was a joke, and it happened to be real.
I won't say it because it's probably. I don't know when you're gonna post that one.
I don't know either.
'Cause you're posting this on Tuesday.
I think this will go up before that.
Yeah. See, we talked about pickles. We talked about zombies. We talked about.
Cool video games.
I think we checked off the checklist, guys. We hit the trifecta.
Yeah, I think we can end it now.
I think that was the Triforce.
Rain, as a, I'm not gonna say an outsider, but as a person who's
As a freak,
not been in every video, how are you enjoying the videos that you've seen?
how do you like FPS?
The videos that I have indeed sat down and watched.
What about them?
Mm-hmm. It's so good.
Thank
I
you.
am
Okay.
a supportive mother on the sideline.
I thought
Thank
that's
you,
all
man.
you were gonna say. Just
The videos that
The
I have
videos.
seen,
The videos that I have indeed taken the time out of my working day to watch.
Like.
such as,
Damien discusses.
what's your top 10 videos?
top 3.
I bet you've not watched that video.
I have not actually.
Top 3. Name 2 others that you've watched.
Now I want to say that I watch all the videos, but I edit them, so I do watch all the videos.
I watched all the Call of Cthulhu episodes.
I've
'cause it has
watched-
good
Do you sit
audio.
there, kick your feet, get your popcorn?
I watched all of the Pizza Tower ones. I watched most of the Call of Cthulhu ones. I mostly skip through them until I get to the funny parts.
So it's Call of Cthulhu. What is the game? Is it?
But
Just watch the videos.
Okay, that's fair.
It's just like a Telltale game. It's just like, story, basically.
That's what I
you
was.
look
That's
around,
what I
you
thought.
look around a room and look at stuff and then talk to people, and there's action sequences every
And
once in
then,
a while.
and then you go crazy.
Yeah.
We just found out there's a sanity meter.
Cthulhu calls you and hits you
Gasp.
up.
Just remembered that
But then we got stuck on a fucking boss fight today.
we got stuck on a part and it was super easy to get out of. And I remember Aiden was like, I just don't know what to do.
Aiden
And
was building it up. He's like, I played this game years ago, and I wasn't able to get past this part.
he
I
dies,
played it like an hour and I couldn't figure it out, so I just gave up.
and then he gave me the controller and I broke open a thing and found out that you can get daggers and stab them into the paintings. Actually, I think you found the painting part, but the dagger part was funny. What a great game.
We might have to re-record all that too, which is funny.
Yeah. The audio, the in-game audio is very loud.
So fucking loud.
Because when we recorded dinner with an Alice, I was like, you should turn up the in-game audio. Even though I had it perfect.
Because so the first time we played Call of Cthulhu, you can't hear shit. And then the next time we played it, it was fucking loud as fuck.
We'll argue about this later.
We'll talk about this later.
We'll talk about this in the car.
Guys, let's talk about the new Rick and Morty season.
I haven't seen
Are
it.
you guys enjoying it as much as I am? Let me just say.
Are you?
No, I haven't seen it.
I'm the only one I think who's watched it.
I haven't
care.
kept up with it for like so long.
I don't give a fuck.
I wanted to watch it mostly to see the voice actors because they replaced Justin Roiland.
I think they put it in like an advertisement though.
Well, they showed it in the advertisement, but like whenever they make advertisements, they always show the best takes.
If those were the best takes,
They were fine. They're not like horrible. They're just like
slightly off.
Did you say one of them sounds good and then the other one doesn't sound so good?
Rick sounds pretty much okay, and then Morty.
No, I think it was the other way. I think Morty sounds
think it's
okay,
the other way around.
and Rick sounds a little off.
No, I don't think so.
No.
After watching the fucking I've watched fucking 5 episodes. Fuck you. I know what I'm talking about.
Let's talk about it.
All right,
then.
I didn't know that you
Tell
were
us
the
about
Rick
it,
and
guy.
Morty expert.
Fucking, I've watched the 5 episodes, and like Rick is pretty much okay for the most part. There's some whenever he yells, it sounds really weird. And in the trailers, they're always gonna show him fucking yelling, so that's probably why you think it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But Morty sounds fucking weird. He sounds more like Mickey Mouse now.
They should have got
Christopher Lloyd and Michael Cera.
I was gonna say like Alex Jones and Michael Cera. Morty, we need
The frog game, Morty.
I was saying they should have gotten two people that sounded nothing like Rick and Morty to voice them. That would have been fucking hilarious.
That would have been great.
I don't know who they would have picked though.
He just said
Well, I mean, which. I'm trying to think of really distinct voices that would be funny.
Michael Cera would be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be better if they did something like slightly aged up. I think if they did they should do Billy West. The guy who plays Fry.
No, I think Michael Cera is better, Silas. I'm sorry.
Silas, I hate to tell you, man.
If we can't do the whole point of a whole completely different voice is to pick someone that doesn't have like a wimpy voice.
But I feel like Michael Cera would just be great.
They should have got Patrick Warburton to voice Rick.
It'd just be the Venture Bros or whatever. I think Michael Cera's too quiet. I don't think he has a good screaming voice.
No. If Michael Cera was in here right now, what would you do?
Fucking thumb out his eyes.
I would too, honestly.
I'd call him Jesse Eisenberg just to piss him off.
I can't stand the sight of that little SOB, not gonna lie.
Because there's a chance that we might need to cut the Call of Cthulhu thing. I will bring up one thing that I told Damien. Have you seen any of the Scott Pilgrim anime?
No.
Something I keep seeing clips of is that there's very fucking sensual and passionate kissing scenes in that show now.
You said that, but I still don't believe you.
I don't.
It's
really
the kind of lie you would make. You're like, yeah, there's like a 10-minute long scene where they're just kissing over and over. It was really weird.
I don't know why, but Ramona is the protagonist now.
Yeah, you said that too. You said they kill off Scott, and then Ramona is the protagonist.
I didn't say that as fact. I just said that I read some random tweet where it's it's really fucking weird that they decided to do that, and then everybody was agreeing.
Well, you said that, so now I don't believe you.
Boy Who Cried Wolf, Silas Pauls.
Guess I'll fucking look up the scene. Hold on.
Oh, I don't want to see this.
You don't want to see the fucking Scott Pilgrim takes off kissing scenes?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't care.
Well, who does want to see it? Who does? Raise your hand. Damien, you have to because you fucking doubt me.
He didn't raise his hand.
I didn't raise my hand.
No, he has to watch it.
I'll watch it
David, just
eventually.
close your eyes, don't watch it. Just refuse to watch it.
Fuck my ears, close my eyes.
No,
I can't hear you.
No, I want to fucking prove myself right. I don't want to be.
Just replace this entire bit with that picture of Silas and Caden almost kissing.
I don't have that picture.
What?
I have that picture. I'll send it to you.
Okay, good.
That sounds real, but I don't remember.
That sounds real.
That sounds like something that I would do.
It does.
Hello, this is Damien. I'm editing the video right now. Silas showed me the clip after the fact, and yeah, they do kiss weird, so that's a point for him, I guess.
There's the funny Remember when we got Aiden and Kate's profile shots? I immediately made them kiss like fucking like paper dolls.
Remember when we went bowling and they have the place where we go bowling? You can like take a picture of yourself and put it up on the screen whenever it's your turn to bowl. So the picture we took for Caden, like he was doing a face as normal, then me and Aiden each kissed him on the cheek at the last second. So that was his picture.
That was good.
You got all every time it's his turn, that fucking picture came up on the big TV for everyone to see.
Didn't some lady get mad at like? We heard some lady overheard like talking about how fucking violent we were being or something once.
I don't remember. Mm-hmm. If so, I don't remember.
You know, there's one thing I want to take him back.
Huh.
Those months and months of you lying to me
About
the stupid ass bananas
but
bit.
the bananas bit, the fucking bananas bit. Fucking for months, for almost an entire year, Silas.
What's so good about that bit is that it's just nothing. There's like no joke at all.
that's what made it believable.
I want to be able to trust my friends again.
You're saying that like that had like some sort of consequence on your life. You didn't even like. I bet you didn't even think about that for like 6 months straight.
No, you know what's funny?
What?
Literally, like a week before you told me about that, I told like my manager about that.
Like, oh yeah, there's this one time I was at Bananas.
Because we were talking about bananas, and I was talking about like all the tickets I got from that machine, and like she was like, oh yeah, I did all this, and I'm like, yeah. Oh, there's this one time, I told her the whole story.
Did we literally convince you that it happened? Like we created a memory for you?
Yes, you created a new memory for me.
That's kind of
I told you this during my breakdown. I thought this was real. I had to walk up to my manager and tell them that wasn't real.
Silas, we have a superpower. That's kind of cool.
This isn't a superpower. It's just gaslighting. It's just a thing people do. I didn't think my friends would ever do to me.
The funny part is like I just want to imagine how that conversation went. It's just like, what is so you were just lied to? Why'd you believe that? You were there.
They were damn convincing.
But now you can do it for real, Aiden.
I kind of don't want to.
Now you can go to Bananas, and you can, and now the memory will be.
I kind of don't want to.
Why not?
Because then it wouldn't feel genuine. It wouldn't feel real.
Aiden, how do you picture like objects in your mind? Can you see them like vividly?
Yes.
So that means for a time you were able to perfectly see yourself doing that.
You want to know how I envisioned it?
Huh.
We were hanging out by the fucking by the claw machine where I was winning all the tickets. A group of people walk in. One of you guys said, "Hey, Aiden, what are the odds?" Because you guys said that was part of the bit. And I lost. And they're over by that claw machine by the little door. They're just standing there like in a circle watching another guy play the claw machine. And I walk up, say the bit, and I walk towards the go-karts. That is it. That I vividly remember doing all of that. And you saying I didn't do that, you have no idea what it does to me.
It's crazy that we went with that bit out of anything, because that day he also like pulled his dick out in the laser tag.
I didn't do that. I know I didn't do that.
It was already glowing green for some reason, like it was dipped in like paint.
Yeah, they have like the neon lights in there, and
like people put like sunscreen on the tip of their nose.
No, that didn't happen.
No, that didn't happen, Thug.
No, Thug, I was just fooling around about that second thing.
And you know what's scary about that? People literally use that tactic to get people to go to jail. They just like make up stuff. It's like they're just like, "Hey, you just did this crime," and they're like, "Oh, I guess I did," and they go to jail. So stupid too. That's the worst part. Aiden's having a blast. Some days Aiden's gonna kill everybody in this
He's gonna
room.
snap.
He's gonna use his big man hands and fucking like tear us apart.
I don't have big hands.
His big Wreck-It Ralph hands.
My hands are tiny.
Everyone.
He's gonna rip us apart like a rotisserie
My
chicken.
hands are actually average size compared to my body. Not like Damien. Damien has big hands.
I do.
But he's also just a big man.
I think Silas has the smallest hands here, though.
He does.
I always make fun of him for he has this tiny ass mouse that he also uses, and he just doesn't notice because of how small his hands are. Like he'll bring it over and I'll use it. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I always forget it's actually a smaller mouse. I don't know why.
Wait, imagine this mouse, but it's like I don't know, yay long.
They can't see it. It's like fucking like 2 inches long or something.
Editor, put yay long on the screen.
I'll put up a graphic that explains how long yay long is.
I want an in-depth detail. Okay.
Yay big.
I think it's funny how small my mouse is. I always forget. It's weird. And then whenever I use a different mouse, I'm like, what the fuck? Why does this feel big? Something feels off.
Something's off here.
Something's not right.
Have you guys ever used a gamer mouse before?
I do. I was about to bring it up. One came with my PC, and I don't like using it because it's big and stupid.
Do you have it around somewhere?
It's in this.
I have a gamer mouse. I like it.
Is there a gamer mouse back in here? Maybe not.
Basically, I don't think I had it when my brother did. Gamer mice are fucking stupid.
Somewhere. I know.
I like it.
There's no point.
Why?
It just overcomplicates it.
It feels ergonomic.
For one, I'm a controller boy. I play with my games with a controller like a man, and so it's really useless to me because I'm not going to use a gamer mouse while I'm just like watching YouTube, clicking different stuff, you know. So there's really no point in having a gamer mouse if I'm not using it to game.
Well, there's that. For me personally, all of them are just really shaped weird.
Yeah, it's just like crazy ass shape with like weird angles. That feels weird in your
the
hand.
one that my brother had was like, you know, you had your two big buttons, but instead of the scroll wheel being between those buttons, they were on the thumb area.
That's weird.
And it was like, how do you?
Don't fix the wheel if it ain't broken. Don't try to reinvent the wheel.
That's the whole point. It's just they make it also really angular, so it just feels like it feels like the equivalent of like, you know, like those little things they put on pencils that make your like posture right or whatever.
I hate those also.
Yeah, you know those.
Yeah.
It feels like one of those, but as like a mouse.
You just gotta find a good mouse.
Mouse.
Not all gaming mouses are like those.
This is perfect. Just a standard mouse.
There's not a single flaw with that mouse. The only flaw is that it's no cord means that you need to charge it, but I'm sure Damien's on top of that.
I prefer no cord also because my gamer mouse has a big cord, but like, see how my bed is like 1,000 feet away from my PC?
Yes, everyone at home, see how far away it is?
Well, okay, all right, I get the way that I had my room set up for the longest time was that I would game from my bed, and like it's like across the room from my from my PC. So like if I had like my mouse with a cord, my keyboard with a cord, like it was just inconvenient. So I have a wireless mouse and keyboard.
I agree, it's useful for that. For me personally, the way that I have my stuff set up is like I have just my workshop area where I just do everything. So I never need to go like 16 feet away from my desk. So why would I need a wireless mouse that I have to constantly charge?
Oh yeah, at my desk I have a separate little computer with a mouse, and that one is wired just because I'm like sitting down right in front of it.
Yeah. So I don't need a wireless mouse if I'm never going to be away from my computer because my headphones, they're super long, but I'm never going to my bed's like across the room from my setup, so I'm never going to have my computer stuff up at my bed because there's no point.
Mm-hmm.
So it just feels impractical. And like any other shape that isn't just a normal mouse. There's no point. Same thing with keyboards. A lot of them are kind of... Have you seen how insane the keyboard community gets?
Yeah, I think so.
They start making up words about how things click and clack.
Mm-hmm. They're like, if it like, I don't know.
I will admit the idea of it, like that lighting up, that's fine. Like a light up keyboard, RGB keyboard or whatever.
I like the different clickety clackety noises that different keyboards make.
I think they're fine, but then you do something like, I don't know, let's say you record and then you just hear.
Yeah.
Nice ambiance.
Yeah.
It's probably like, it's like, it's ASMR, it's satisfying, but it's like, it's also kind of annoying because like, your gameplay shouldn't just be fucking ASMR. That's fucking stupid.
You have silent keyboard. Get
exactly.
Both. Get both.
So you can have the cool.
I just don't see a reason why you'd need a clicky-clacky keyboard, really, because, unless you work in silence. And I don't. I usually put on music when I work on stuff.
Don't mind me. I love this keyboard chatter, believe me, but
We're
I gotta run.
Run or roll.
I'm just fucking going down the line of stupid, impractical technology.
We gotta take little Aiden home too. He's got a bedtime
I got
and a
a
flat
bedtime.
tire.
He has a play tomorrow. He's playing the lead ballerina in the Nutcracker.
Yeah, he is. He needs all the sleep that he can get.
So thank you for coming to this podcast.
Thank you for coming to Salad Bar. The second coolest episode.
Bye.